We got another IO hero here, bud. We got an IO gyro.
10 seconds remaining.
We got a lot of ancient gaming here on the side of Nigma. I would definitely want to control the ancient camps.
Remaining.
So the things will switch up a little bit. This should mean that the Ember is mid lane, right? And Team Secret, because of that, grabbed the Morphling, who is also extremely good versus Gyrocopter.
Yeah, and Ember Spirit too.
So yeah, we is playing Ember, which means Nisha will most likely lane up against him on the mid lane, and that's recently at least has been a heavily favored matchup for the Morphling.
Yeah, I've heard it's unplayable by Ember players. Yeah. Like they say that if the Morphling knows how to play the lane, it's actually unplayable.
And later on, right, all you need is that one first initiating tool, something like a shaker, let's say, to fissure from distance. And then you morph into the Ember. You chain lock him with the Searing Chains plus the E-Blade. He's gone. He doesn't have enough sustain for that. It looks like a really sick Morphling game. We'll see how it goes, but so far, every time I saw a free Morphling game, he just, went ham and won it on his own.
Yeah, he's really hard to lock down in this game. I do not have a lot of faith in actually controlling Nisha. It looks like we got a battle of the Luna versus the Gyro, though. This is a bit, 2013, 2014 style Dota, right? Every game, just farming them up, getting the stacks going.
Yep. One thing though, one difference here is Luna isn't truly your big win condition on the side of Team Secret, right? He's more, Matu should be more fighting oriented, something like a Helm of Dominator perhaps, or Dragonlance, a couple of raid bands, and then he fights, while Nisha is the one that chills a bit, gets that T-Blade and joins the fights.
Yeah, I love that Helm build.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah. So
that
much.
Is very true.
So much damage, right, coming from that helm. You get the bonus, what, 20% on your base damage? It's pretty sick.
With the Morphling, it's definitely pretty sick.
Yeah, that's gonna be hard. That's gonna hit hard. One thing that I really have to focus here at the beginning of the game is Mind Control. He's playing a Bristleback, and Mind Control recently, they've been giving him a lot of space. They've been actually involved in making his lanes easier, and they have to do this here as well, because Bristleback in a game such as this one can't be poor. Like, if he's poor, their whole game will just fall apart.
You hear always say, like, the net worth chart, even as an offlaner, it doesn't really matter. Like you need a lot of gold on these heroes to make it feel really good. Otherwise, you're just kind of wandering around in the team fights as Bristle.
Look at where he's going, though.
I'm not angry.
Yeah, it's mid control, dude. Every game.
So, about mid control. A long time ago, he was playing in. I can't remember. Was it Burden United or a team such as that one? And I would be on the opposite side with some different teams, always playing Wiz +1. This is the only player that we would feed to regularly. Like, we would just die to him. Puppy should be fine. Yeah, so he's extremely skilled. He's extremely skilled on the mid lane as well.
Yeah, he's been looking pretty good. I mean, it's always tough to, of course, stand up to like other pro mids who just have like obviously more experience mid than he does. He can be the best offlaner in the world, but it's still like hasn't played hundreds of professional games on it. So he's looking very strong. But every time I watch this team, he seems to be going to the mid, and especially with the Morphling pick, I'm thinking that's what probably secured it here for them. Is we're in pretty deep right now. GH Miracle.
Yeah, this is a bit interesting. Puppy doesn't have any region. Look at the way he started. Lightstone, 2 Fairy Fires.
Oh, Puppy. Well, it looks like Zai is going to start sneaking around to the backside here. So he will at least get one of these bounty runes. But I think that's it.
3 for Nigma.
Does have a ward up top here, too, just to guarantee the lanes and everything. It looks like they're already making the move just because they've seen the gyro and whatnot down bottom.
Matu running towards top. Yep, Zor being played with a little bit here. Look at GH. Look at it.
Who does that?
Like, really? And when you think about it, Yabzor has no region, so every time you hit him a little bit like that, it does matter. He's starting with only boots.
Yeah, Secret are on some next level plays here at the 0 regen support heroes. They are gonna lot into Weehaw up top right now, though, with that aura. I mean, Puck has been nerfed in terms of the right click over time quite a bit, but this will help. Weehaw taunts his way back with the wave. I also see we got Pango on the run down bottom too.
Yeah, they were just zoning him. The full wave, the first full wave is pretty much gone by the time he even arrived to the lane. But Miracle is low as well. He needs to be careful.
It's okay. He's got an IO.
Yeah.
Life's good.
So the lanes have stabilized a little bit, right? Top lane, you'll see Puck and Luna. Bottom lane, Grim, the Pango and Earthshaker.
Mid probably shouldn't be a kill either way, right? Like, I mean, you're a high armor hero on the Morphling. You know how the damage is going to stack up from the Bristle. The only way you're going to die is if you go for a risky play.
Yeah, and he's sending himself some sticks too, right?
Yeah.
So on Morphling, sticks are so amazing versus Bristle because you just morph to Agi, you pop those sticks, half of your HP is already up.
Yeah, he's got the value conversions. You know, he's got the high currency that he's working with. It's a lot better than whatever Bristle's got in his pocket.
Right, mind control. He thought about going for that courier there with cool spray, but didn't really damage it enough.
Jeez, that's a lot of harass though, having to salve out there. Gonna be a little bit more expensive, as you said, for the Bristleback here. So even if the CS stays relatively the same, probably gonna see the network start going in Nisha's favor. We'll see,
the question is it even worth it to use these quill sprays on the Morphling, right? Aren't you just feeding him sticks? You can't make that kill because he has waveform. Either way, he's gonna get out.
Yeah, especially like the level 1 quills, where like you use a lot of your mana pool.
Bottom lane.
Get in there. Looks like GH will get the distance. He's trying to stay. See if Miracle can trade something back here. Zai has already gone for the swashbuckle, so he's going in the creeps, hoping that they're going to help him out with a stomp or something, but GH keeps the spacing, make sure nothing gets messed up, and he'll take the kill even from Miracle.
Such an old school thing to see, right? You try to go on that wisp, you don't manage to kill him, and suddenly everything changes, everything turns on you. And
every time.
It's such a pain to play against this lane. Even though it's not as strong as it used to be, you just can't mess with them. They have that headrest. Gyro is healing so much from it.
Yeah, they just have so much synergy too, because a lot of cores struggle to really utilize the full mana bar from the IO too, but Gyro, of course, is just very happy to keep on spamming all the time. Miracle gonna run back for his courier there, and in the mid, I noticed Nisha, he got up to the 10 sticks and then just got his wand delivered. He was like, you know what, I'm actually still fine. So, okay, jeez, man, he's playing for us here.
That one quill spray there would have killed him, I think, if he wasn't careful, if it connects, because it's five stacks, right?
Yeah.
The next one would have been really dangerous. Just be careful here.
He's definitely gonna die when I'm not looking. I can just tell. I know it's gonna. Oh, Nisha.
Right.
All right, is he gonna get the 4-minute? Oh, they got the Fisher coming.
Absorb, yeah, that's a nice secure. But
Yeah,
there's no bottle or anything.
there. Well, that's the sad life for MC. He went for the bottle. He didn't get the rune. Now he's failed investments pretty much. Yeah. Up top, Kuro has the Inksful himself back, but there is an orb forward. Still needs quite a bit of damage. Maybe with the aura helping one more. No, he's got Fairy Fires anyway, so.
Yeah. How are we standing on these lanes? So far, Pango is the biggest loser, I would say. Zai feeding that kill. He's sitting on 6 CS, not doing all too well. But that's the problem when you, like you mentioned it as well in the draft, you're playing with a Shaker. Yeah. And that Shaker really likes to rotate. And he doesn't really contribute way too much in the lane, not at least with the Pango.
And they have the Rocket here too, so he can't even stick around with this wave that he's now pulled in.
That's very sad. He actually missed quite a lot of that experience.
So we get one of the runes again here. There's still one available up top though. So
Mind Control sneaked in, he tried to steal the other one, but before that happened, obviously Abzor took it. So he's just running around trying to get these.
He just keeps diving on with, I hate Morphlick. He's like, it looks like it's like 10% HP and he's waveforming on you, knowing that you can't do anything about it.
Imagine having to be observer on this mid lane matchup. Like you check the health bars, you see Morphling on 0%, you go there, nah, he's fine.
Well, MC will retreat back to that rune. It has been saved by his team. Thank you, top lane.
That's for me.
Everything's a little easier for him.
Do you ever get flamed if you're playing offlane? You take that bounty. Does your player ever flame you?
Every time. I'm used to it now, but like the first few games, after that I was like, yeah, okay, bottle's kind of shitty now because the 2-minute rune being gone, and then they miss it on the 4-minute rune. I just don't touch it now. I only go for aggro runes.
The worst thing is when you don't take it, and then the enemy heroes do, and you know, like it just feels bad. I like bounty runes. I want to sit next to it, prepare it, you know, take it.
I want to nurture it. I want to grow it. I wish that you could still like, yeah, you know, get them a little higher. It's like, oh, 1 more minute. Let me just wait a second here. Oh, there we go.
Oh, that's cool. That was like an investment, right?
Yeah.
Like you're risking that you will be the one that takes that bounty rune later on.
I personally think Dota could use a little bit more capitalism going on. Like, I think that if you hold a bunch of gold without buying items, like no more double bracers. You want to save that gold so that you get a higher gold coming at you. It's like a risky play.
But there was some reason why saving gold before was better than now. And I'm not talking about buyback. A long time ago, it was a bit different how reliable and unreliable gold did work. But yeah, we're slowly moving away from capitalism in this game. So play Matsu.
And looks like that'll be easy with the ink swell. The question is, can they get the additional on the puppy with the Absol coming through with the haste rune? Nice slight dodge there. Make sure he won't get stunned, but it is still a save there, as a hasted shaker isn't really that scary. And this is another pairing, pretty much, right? Like the Io and the Ember, they've got some nice combos themselves. So GH can pretty much go to any lane and have a good pairing to get kills with. And
yeah, it's such a crazy, such a crazy good Wisp game, right? I guess you still want to play around the gyro as much as possible, but right now Ember is your playmaker, and sticking around him a little bit once he gets that level 6 would be impactful as well.
Mid lane, they get the Fisher block off here, but MC will just run to the east. Be all right.
He
Back top,
actually also bought raindrop, so
that brush up on that puppy getting a little bit worrisome. I mean, this is a matchup that isn't necessarily that great for Puck in a lot of ways, right? I mean, it's a support Puck, so it's kind of cool that he's gonna have this this leash to grab him, but slight bolos is pretty risky. They're going on 2 targets here. They're trying to get Weehaw instead of just committing for Kuro with the Fisher, and this might turn back on them. Kuro though with the ink swell onto the creep, the next level play.
Yeah, that's
does
really
give him
good.
The space.
Like when you can't
that was actually sick.
When you can't use it on anyone else around you, or just use it on the creep that has aggro.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. But yeah, they backed out as well in time, so it didn't really work out that well. He did survive in the end.
Yeah, so I think the greed from Secret not necessarily paying off there. So I can't believe it's only been 2 kills so far. I feel like we've been quite a bit of roaming happening from Yapsor, and he's still sitting 0-0-0 as GH comes in to help secure this top room. Will he get lucky? He will indeed.
It's just a hard game to make any big kills on this Shaker. Maybe if he rotates bottom all the time, but mid lane really isn't killable. You're playing versus a bristleback.
Yeah.
Even if you block him, he's just gonna walk it off. Bottom lane, your partner is Pango. You don't really have a lot of damage until he's 6 at least. Top lane is killable though, on both sides. Top lane should be the most volatile lane.
Side just gets 6 in time here. He's not going to try and pop it though. I thought he was going to ult. I thought he was going to be like, I thought he was risking it because he knew he'd get 6 in time and then he would just dodge the rocket with it, but I guess he thought maybe he'd be all right.
Can they get Kuro up top? They should.
Yeah, body blocks. Easy. Matsu coming through with the level 3 Lucent Beam to secure it.
That was pretty good. He instantly pings out the ward. Yeah, he has the vision in the sentry as well, so...
I like what MC's doing here in the mid lane too, right? Grabs the wave, pulls it over the camp, gets himself some... Oh yeah, we got the brooch and the jelly. Very nice. And is he holding the ocean heart too? Yo, you gotta share these things around, man.
He used the jelly as well, and there you go. No, you hold the ocean heart only when you're in the river, you swap, you know? You're the mid laner, you deserve it all. That's what
typical mid laner. I deserve everything, yeah.
And the shovel as well, in case it drops, you know, just to use it every time it's off cooldown.
Well, but, I mean, you got a bomb.
I love that he's farming these side camps like you mentioned before, and I see that from quite many mid laners more and more often. Even if your lane is not going too well, you can always kind of farm that medium camp.
He's going to try and take this outpost before the 10-minute mark here. They safely control the bottom. That is for sure. The question is, can they get the double? That does not look like it. He's going the wrong way here.
Yeah, but he just took 5 heroes with him. Everyone is in the dire jungle. The whole team of secrets, yeah.
It sends Puppy down to the bottom as he wants to make sure there's not anything taken here. Maybe he was hoping he could steal that bounty rune back too. Because did they just get all 4? I think they did. Yep, everything going the way of Nigma there. So a 2k lead with 4 bounty runes at 10 minutes.
That was the mind control next level play, the forehead play, baiting them onto him.
Sign of Rolling Thunder here, so Weehaw heads in, dodges the Fisher. Doesn't quite have the damage here, and also has a regen rune, so I think he got a little greedy though. So I think so.
What? Yeah, he had 2 remnant charges as well to play with, but yeah, that was a bit unfortunate for him.
Unfortunate infers that he had no fault in it. That's all I'd say. I don't know. maybe greedy.
Yeah. That was a Weehaw play. Let's put it that way. It really does happen to him quite often.
They're gonna coil them down bottom and bring in Matu, looking for the big slam jam. Thank you, man. Matu dropping real low, very fast. Oh, barely able to keep him alive. The headdress, it's doing all the work. Matu's living.
Oh, but they boosted him on the other side.
Oh, and the sacrifice. Oh, but wait, maybe not. Weehaw's here too. Can they
could
make a return? They're not even gonna go for it.
Yeah, that's actually a smart play. You pretty much use all your spells. Maybe if we had to go so hard, nah, they're just gonna chill. Yeah, the reason why Matsu survived there as well wasn't only the headdress, right? It was disarm from Pango.
Yes.
He manages to disarm the gyro. That RNG just never works for me. That's one of those spells that's always on the enemy side.
Oh, I tell you, Boxy's the funniest. Watching him in lane, trying to trade, thinking like, all right, this hit, it's gonna be it. This time I'm gonna get it. He always believes and doesn't go in his favor. Weehaw hops in, misses the bola though onto Puppy just outside the range, but they have the silence from the Phantom jumping forward from Weehaw. And that time Zai does it not work out. Oh, he got the lucky shot actually, but Weehaw's able to get out after. Soulbind to help cover his escape. And they've taken the tower and they're retreating with no losses.
Yeah, but he's doing some really crazy move overall, and he's going for that
back
vessel.
Mid though,
so.
They got the coil too. On the mind control with Nisha chasing, and Nisha will take the final blow there too. So
this is a bit sad for Nigma because they are giving so much space to this Bristleback. If you're looking at the gyro, it's not like he's just running around from one camp to another. He is right now, but these last 5 minutes he's been involved in every single fight. Meanwhile, Bristle is the one that just farms and pushes mid, and now he dies as well. So they didn't even really use way too many spells to take him down. Plus, it's Nisha that gets the kills. So.
Yeah, not too much tower pressure done either. It's just he's cleaning up those side camps, but then ever since that play going for the top outpost, Mind Control having a hard time getting like kind of back into form for this one.
And check out Nisha and his item build. I have seen him do this as well a couple of times. He goes for Manta first. What do you think about that? I still think Keyblade is pretty strong in this game.
Yeah, maybe he just feels like the game's kind of safe with how things are working out, and he's just a little bit too worried about the Searing Chains. But yeah,
it does make you a little bit tankier. You do have a Luna that's about to finish the Dominator if he doesn't have it already. Yeah, he just got it. So you will be able to play around that perhaps. With the Yasha, you can even start rotating as a full team.
That's probably the main reason. He just wants to team fight a little bit earlier, and I mean he'll get E-Blade after, obviously.
Yeah. Mostly he usually does that, right? If he gets the Manta first, and it's not only him. Every single Morphling player, right, gets the E-Blade afterwards. Just such a good item to get, even after the nerfs. I think that's one of the reasons why Morphling fell out of favor. There's so many times a hero gets nerfed just a little bit, either the item that he likes to buy or the hero itself, and everyone stops playing, right? But then after a week or two you realize, wait, he still does what the hero does. And it's
hard because Dota overall is pretty incredibly balanced. So like any change to a hero or an item can just really adjust like this very slight tier list that we have. Like there's plenty of heroes that don't get picked in pro games that you see in pubs and you're just like, man, this hero is really good. Like it feels like it can still be a very strong hero in plenty of circumstances. It's just, you know, these guys have to pick from the very best of the best in every match.
Mind control mid lane. He's going so deep.
He's in a little bit of trouble here, as again, Matu will just show up to help out.
Puppy, top.
Another one? I'll say he'll be alright.
Actually, Puppy is managing to survive all the time. He didn't die once, single time.
I actually hadn't noticed that, but very impressive. Versus the Phantom, and oh, speaking of that, GA's just got rocked down bottom with the slam. But yeah, he's versus the Phantom and the Bolas in his lane, and he didn't die as support puck.
Yeah, and the way Puppy plays this, he's very greedy on the puck, but very greedy because he's constantly out pushing those danger zones, right? This tier 1 on the top lane right now for Secret is the most dangerous area to be in, and he's just chilling here, out pushing. He might die now though. Oh.
Well, he might have just burned the coil for me. He is very low on mana. He's got 2 mangoes, but no
doesn't have TP though, yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower.
I mean, worst case scenario, he could just orb to the south. He's under a ward again here, though, but no one else is rotating through. They're actually busy chasing
Mid.
MC in the mid, but he'll get out. Meanwhile, back down bottom, yeah, but them retreating from the eye of the gyro, and I'm sure Puppy's just gonna catch that next wave. He's such a nuisance. He even got the D ward on the pillar too. Like, this is what's so frustrating with him. Like, this guy was just about dead, and now you see him just sitting there. But mid lane, they go for the jump. Trying with the strike, but Zai, all right. Oh! It might not be enough. No, he's got him. Faces him, but back. He's got the Soulbind, catching the Luna, and unfortunately, this is the 2 heroes they want. They come up with a call down. The Lucid Beam trying to set up Miracle, but they do have the damage. Nisa's just going to TP out and say, thank you for the coverage. Matu, I am the real carry. I got to live.
Yeah, Zai is hiding down south in the trees. He didn't have enough mana, but he TPs now. He has lads completed. And these small little buff ups for Luna are coming together. Yeah, he died there, but he has the Dominator. Now you have the lads from the Pango.
Yeah, buff ups for Luna, more like buff ups for Nisha too. He's just... He is very scary if he's paired up with those heroes right now.
And I actually favor Secret's draft a little bit later on. You have that combo of Shaker and Puck, which is pretty scary, obviously. Every Yabzor game you look on this Shaker, he has so much impact.
Yeah, I agree, especially because it's the morph versus the gyro too. Like, you're basically just better gyro.
Pretty much, you just turn into him, use that flag. You have a Shaker as well on your side of the team if you really want to make things cheesy.
That's true.
Radiant's bottom tower
You never know.
is under attack.
Although I think that's actually a downgrade compared to the gyro.
Yep.
When you have a puck on your team for lots of control anyway. As Weehaw does get coiled again as he's trying to mess with Puppy. Puppy's just hanging around.
Dire's top tower
Oh man, he's annoying. He's just like stealing XP. He just took all of those creeps.
Man, this guy is just... Puppy is actually a pretty solid core player as well. We were talking about this earlier. In pubs, he dominates with his core plays too. He can do really well. It's crazy how these position 5s used to be pretty big core players before and just decide, okay, I just need to control these plebs. I can play a 5, it doesn't matter.
I'll show you guys how it's done. Runs into a couple enemies there, and the silence is up, so he can't go for the ulti. Now he's going to shield crash, trying to keep it survivable, and they'll bring it through the relocate just in case. Tree's going to go down.
Why did he swashbuckle so close, though? He could have gotten out. Yeah. A little bit. He could have gotten further. He probably dies anywhere, but Nisha has that Manta completed.
I wonder... Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe he's trying like a silence into TP or something. I'm not sure. He's been down here for a while. And he's going to try to escape. Now he gets sunned up. It's a long burn though, but everyone's here. So surely, he'll eventually, after a lot of spells, definitely die.
They got him. It's such a good kill for Kuro. Okay, Kuro gets it, but Ree was around, he gets some gold. It's good because he's about to finish that vessel.
Yeah, oh yeah, again, that's gold. Another reason, of course, that the Manta's going to be paying off. As we're getting prepped for the 20-minute outposts here, each team's going to capture their own side.
Are we gonna see? We probably won't see any big fights around the outpost. If you click on the Yabzor, you'll see that he is what 100 gold away from the Blink Dagger. So
they do have relocate available like right in time if they wanted to start moving MC that way. But there's a lot of dire heroes in there.
MC going for on Halberd actually. All right.
Makes sense, I guess.
As well.
Nothing else really that good for him here in comparison that I can think of.
Yeah, nothing like a hood or something like that is always kind of fine, but this makes you scale a bit better as well.
That's for me.
Oh, Nigma have been on for the bounties. I think they just got all 4 again. Sweat. Jeez.
Yeah,
Pretty painful.
Yeah, it's crazy. They're really not contesting these bounties. Manta has been used by Nisha.
He's gonna go back towards the mid. Yapster's sitting here invis. He's looking for the play. There's the coil. Waiting for the slam. There it is on the IO and the gyrocopter. Is the sustain gonna be enough? Oh, there. Back up with the wand. IO is crazy. Matu looking to go down in the middle of things. Zai tries to cover him, but he will still fall. Yapsor getting low, heading towards the base. Mind control just needs to clear it up. No, he got a blink off.
Yeah,
I can't believe it.
He just got it. He just got it.
That makes way more sense.
That's it. Yeah, that was crazy from him. That's, you know, the luck follows the brave and the skilled as well. He was there in the right time to get that in his room. Because of that, they managed to, well, not lose that fight completely badly. Because if he didn't have that in his, I don't think there was a chance for them to fight at all.
No, that was unbelievable though. That was like double wand, I think, for both the IO and the gyro and the mech all at once, and suddenly just full HP. They were so close to getting him. And by contrast, they don't have a spear vessel, right?
Exactly. Yeah. That's something I just wanted to mention. None of these heroes really like going for a spirit vessel. Maybe Pango could do it.
Yeah, I think Pangos have been going away from it because they really like that blinky. Someone they like to go for now, and he already has the Vlad, so it's like I can't really step off for 2.
They should invest in it though. If you're playing versus a Wisp gyro, not going for that vessel can be really, really problematic. And look,
it's a bit tough now though because he's got the BKB.
Yeah, and like you're in this spot as secret that you can't really fight them anymore. You went for the Dominator on Luna. You thought maybe about fighting early, but these fights didn't work. Okay, they're gonna try. Into the pit.
Oh, Zai, perfect timing, comes through. The Radiant get the Roach and the Aegis. The BKB's already activated. Now Weehawk hopping forward. He's got Poppy as well. Mother's just TPing out. He does not want to be a part of this. He's actually gonna make it. Missile still chasing Poppy. He might be the sacrifice here. Able to dodge it with the phase shift. It came back in time, and so it looks like he's gonna get out too. They go wow with that play, and everyone on Secret is just heading to catch waves.
Yeah, that was a pretty good TP, considering they don't really have a lot of disables. It's not that hard, but still, he was in the middle of the fight. Most players would just try and run first.
Yeah, most people would panic or like, you know, go for their abilities and just slam their keyboard across their face or something.
Top tower is under
That's what I would usually do. So.
We're all the same, don't worry. It's just the small selected group that tries the smart thing and TP's out.
Oh, here we go. 3 seconds till Echo down bottom. Creep wave coming in. Do you believe, Yapsor? Oh, it's gonna be close. Nice.
Yeah, they got him. They got him. So that situation is always so tricky because Ember Spirit sometimes uses Sleight of Fist, right, to farm the wave a bit faster.
Yeah.
And I've seen it so many times. You go for that Echo and he's Sleight of Fisting it. You just want to die after.
Well, question is, will either of these guys stop? Because this is going in on the Aegis, remember, but the IO just got evaporated there. And all of stuns, I mean, everyone is surrounding Miracle here. Goes for the BKB TP, but there's a lot of right clicks, and with the auras and a more.
Holy moly.
It's not going to happen. Holy moly.
That's 5 heroes right there coming from Secret once again into play. And this ward, like, really paying out dividends. You see this one on the cliff. It was so good. Like, it's crazy. He planted it a long time ago as well, so... And so defensive. It's not really a ward that you usually plant on Dire at this stage, but well read by Puppy that they're gonna need it in the future sometimes.
Yeah, it's another one of these things with the IO too, where like he doesn't have that bonus magic resistance anymore either, and he only has the mech too, so he took like 500 and some damage from just the adaptive strike.
Yeah, so if you don't buy a vessel, just kill the Wisp first. That's it. That's something that they can play around. You do have a Morphling
catch
with an E-Blade almost done, 700 gold more.
Well, 25 minutes. All right, this time, what's our bounty situation gonna look like? It's been all Nigma as of late, but there's no one down bottom for them. Of course, they say that, and they're starting to make their way here with Miracle and GH.
They're just farming away, right? They can always join with the reload, but
Radiant's top tower.
Puppy, oh, that's a good dodge from him.
Yeah, nice, and Absol just gonna ensure things with a follow-up Fisher there too.
But it's so hard for Nigma to initiate properly. When you think about dealing with these smokes, you're pretty much reliant on V to slight and chain.
Yeah, or
everything
like the
else
big ink
is
swell
a
play
bit,
too, right?
Yeah, everything else is a bit too slow, and even the big ink swell play can be dodged by something like a puck.
That's true.
Miracle, caught again.
Same spot, he just died. Is anyone? Where's this IO? Oh, okay, GH is close enough. Oh, I say that. Next starting. Alright, Miracle gonna pop the DK. And now Nisha also still trying to out the damage. He's dropping very low here. Nisha stunned up. He's gonna go down. That's a full minute of no Morphling. As Zai's escaping to the west here. They're chasing him. He's gonna go for the TP after. Again, that catch we know isn't necessarily there right now from Nigma, but they got the big kill. Quick turnaround there.
That was the E-Blade. I think the only reason why Nisha goes for that is to test out his fresh bot E-Blade. He thought, okay, they have a mech, but I'm gonna blow him up before that mech even comes into play. And he did see the Wisp. It's not like he was going crazy there, just trying something. He saw the Wisp under the ward, so he just made that risk play.
I think he was trying to kind of play it to the end too, and then he got hit with that big ink swell. Like the stun and all the damage didn't give him a chance like morph or maybe get saved by someone else. They have the Echo Slam here too. So it's not all safe stuff here for Nigma. They're trying to keep Miracle nice and alone this time.
Yeah, 10 seconds from Morphling. They can definitely defend this.
Yeah, no reason to start a fight without him. And at the same time, you've got Matu way up top here. Just chilling with his Alpha Wolf.
Another smoke.
Back home.
Yeah, they're doing the famous Rock's Kiss, Puppy.
I think Puppy was there for that, but he still got caught by it. He was around in those days.
Yeah. It catches anyone, I guess. It just doesn't. It just works. But he is a position 5 puck, right? So
yeah.
he just broke a smoke. He's kind of fine with it. He's up in 30 seconds. Worst case scenario, he can buy back if any big fight happens.
Now, next movements, I'm sure for Nigma, they're really hoping to get the BKB onto Weehaw. As well as the next roach would be a pretty huge deal. Luna's trying to become an actual like core hero, not just the side piece to Morphling. I don't know. It's like it's still hard, I think, for this Luna to really do a lot herself in the team fights. I think she's still very valuable just because of her aura and her items, but she doesn't have the same threat as Nisha right now.
Yeah, base damage by 20% from Dominator, and then base damage by 30% from Lunar Blessing. It's a pretty sick combo with the Morphling. It's very strong. Meanwhile, Morphling is just creep skipping, also going for that BKB. Not really something that you want to buy, especially if you went for that Manta first as well. You would much rather have, I don't know, something like a Butterfly or a Skadi even, but...
yeah. Paladin sword though. I'll take that instantly, thank you. And they're trying, again, the issues of catch here is they try and get Puppy, and he hasn't spended everything, so he will fall. Oh, I say that, the coil actually snapped, but yeah, I still got enough stun.
He had enough gold to buy a dagger, by the way. He just didn't, I guess he didn't want to, because he wouldn't have a buyback, right? So.
The lack of catch, though, is hurting.
He was missing 100, I think. Never mind, I was wrong. Just 100 away.
How dare you almost blame Puppy for something? They're gonna head right back to that mid lane, but yeah, the issues of catch, actually trying to force Secret to fight them, kind of showing here for Nigma, because they felt like they've been leading for a while, but you know, they got the 1 kill on Denisha, and they couldn't really force too much out of that, just a glyph on the high ground. Thanks. And Secret are just continuing to cut these waves and keep forcing them to run around in circles like this. It's tough because they have the relocate too. Did
you check Matu's last build, by the way, last item?
Yes. I saw he had the Alacrity. I was kind of wondering.
Yasha into Aghanim's. I mean, they do have a bunch of heroes that can get close, right? You have multiple Blink Daggers on your team, and you have Pango as well that really likes that tag, so it could work well, but it really is putting him further and further away from, mid lane, Zai, there it goes.
Yeah, there you go. The invincible Wrecking Ball coming through, so get the partner first, now moving on to Miracle. BKBs though has a big advantage as well, so he's chomping right through them. The secondary carry of Matu will go down. Nisha safely able to escape to the bottom lane. He wants to keep that push up. But Roche may respawn in 4 seconds. So we'll see who this timer is going to favor. If it's any time in the next 50 seconds, I would say that's pretty good for Nigma.
3 minutes.
The answer is, oh my god, that was
Maximum.
almost max.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. I don't think that Aghanim was worth it, by the way. Using that axe to kill off a Wisp, and then you still go into a fight versus a Morph. Did they see? They must have had Satanic, right?
Yeah, I think so. But I mean, you still have to kill the Isle, right?
Zai?
They probably thought it was going to be more than just the Isle to get that, but Zai just getting chained up and silenced. No way to deal with that.
Well, that play is great if you see Gyro is alone afterwards and you can take him down, and he doesn't have a BKB, but has a Satanic completed. He could even BKB TP out, he'd be fine. You can't really stop him any longer.
Yeah, especially with the Aghanims too. So ridiculous. Yeah, we have still trying to get something here onto Nisha. They're going to force the buyback onto Zai, and now the question is who's going to get left behind here, or will Secret force the actual turn here from Nigma for the fight? There's the first Fisher. Just going to be Kuro, gets E-bladed and silenced down.
Middle tower
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there because Zai did buyback. I think he cancelled his TP to the tier 2, so he couldn't really join that fight and make use of his buyback. So that one was a little bit of a doozy, but it's still all right.
Yeah, he's
he
a lot
got
of
one kill at least.
Yeah. I mean, they don't know that it's a full spawn Roche either, so there is some pressure to buy back that right away from Zai. He wants to make sure they're not going to lose that.
Radiant's middle tower.
Radiant Vision on just Matu here. This is a very tempting relocate, you would think. So if they're smoked up here, this could set something up for them.
I think when you see a Luna this deep, Matu doesn't have a BKB, you know, yeah, there's no way. Yeah, and there's a point in the game when you're playing with Gyro in which you have to start moving around them as well. So you can't just leave them on an island, because if you're Secret and you see this Gyro, you should be smoking up towards them. That should be your most obvious choice, right? Because Wisp and Gyro are usually away from their teammates.
Yeah. We're kind of camping some of the high grounds as they continue to down bottom. Yapsor very sneaky here. He's like, oh please, oh no, oh that's a sentry. Oh, you're next to the cliff, my friend. Look at this time, Puppy. They do drop the ulti though, so they won't kill the GH. So if you guys, I'm not sure where you guys are looking, but if you're looking bottom,
yeah, I was
shadow aim with on the sentry.
Oh man,
good. Poor guy. All right, well.
Poor Wisp as well. Poor Wisp, man. He's just chilling there, gets a free pick off on Puck, and then still dies to some crazy Heavenly's Fury of that
orbital cannon. Yeah.
Yeah. Is hunting
Nisha here too. Manta and BKB. I mean, no real concern for him. But most importantly, the Roche is back up here. Everyone's going to be up for it though, so we still have a chance at the big fight.
Yeah, you don't have a big ulti though. That Aghanim on Luna, which is pretty much half of her skill set right now, is gone. This Luna is basically her ulti plus all the auras, and now with the Wolf as well, man. He's has plus 190 damage right now.
I want to see Nisha standing next to him. That sounds terrifying. He must hit for like 500 or 600.
Yeah, that's going to be the real deal. Rush gone.
Yeah, no real contest there from Secret. I think they were kind of aware what was going on just by their positioning. Instantly goes for the Manta TP. They've certainly figured out the lack of stuns here. I love how Secret, whenever these situations arise, they will catch. Yeah, wow, is that relocate? Wow, okay. They're really making sure there's no turnaround, I guess. But they don't run towards the base, right? They just run away.
They run.
And now Puppy takes the outpost and TP's top. And he says, all right, we're getting one of these things. It's only 35, but still.
They're buying themselves a lot of time. Wisp and Gyro are pushing in mid, but there is no follow-up. They can't do it alone. Luna outpushed bottom lane, top lane is pushed by Morphling and Puck. So they're really working so well on just buying time as well. Uses Rolling Thunder mid lane and TP's out. All these small plays are so, like when you're looking at them like this, when you have full fog, right? You can see the whole map. They look kind of alright. Like you know what they're doing. They look easy to play against. But when you're in a game and you don't see that, it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating to play versus tier 1 team that's split pushing you. It's just
because you don't understand like why you're not like high ground already, right? And it starts getting frustrating that you've won all these fights and you feel like you should be ahead by now, but you're constantly just battling against it.
Yeah,
you don't see it that much anymore, like in terms of the split push. But the way that they play with this very greedy support duo is very frustrating.
That's the thing, right? Because of that support duo, you need to buy yourself a bit of time. You also have a Morphling that's also pretty damn greedy, so they're just waiting it out. And then suddenly they're split pushing you. They caught you like 4 versus 2 or 4 versus 3, and then you lose that fight and suddenly you don't have that advantage anymore. It can be really frustrating. Top lane Miracle is pushing in though. He's done with this.
Taking the tier 2, high ground with his Aegis and Satanic and Butterfly, and saying, I am Gyro, fear me. Gotta be wary about the big eclipse. Remember, it does remove the single target beam count as well. That's another nice part of the agonist. So they can all drop on one hero. We'll see if they bring in the Wrecking Ball once again with Zai. They start with the E-Blade. Fast. That's what they need. That first blow with just like one use, right? They still have Eclipse after Aegis. Too many creeps around right now though. But there's the Flat Cannon from Nisha. Clears them out right away. Not able to get aggressive though. Saw that the rocket was coming.
Now that was good that they didn't go. Good for Secret, that is, because they didn't have E-Blade, right? They could have committed the Echo and, let's say, the Eclipse, but you're playing versus Cheese. You're playing versus Cheese, Fairy, Fire Wisp, and Mecha. Like, there's a chance that you just don't kill Miracle. Yeah. There's a chance you won't kill him with everything, so better just to save for that E-Blade fight.
Yeah, it cost them a range racks and a tier 3, but tier 3 is not as important as they used to be, I always say, so it's not a big deal. Don't throw away your whole game to protect a tier 3 anymore. It's not worth it.
That's also so funny. If someone just starts playing those, they'll see how important it is for all of us to go for that tier 3, but it's just a remnant of the past. It's not really something that's as important anymore.
I'm gonna catch Curl on the D ward here. Lots of allies nearby, but it's not a great way to start the fight. Mind Control still holding his ground though. And I'm not sure if Secret know what they want to do here. Weehaw comes from the left. He's got Gyro on the right. He's gonna meet up with his teammates on the high ground. And Puppy's gonna scout it out with another orb, and they're chasing after you, my friend.
Yapzor with the Shadow Blade, he's still around. Oh, he's called.
Oh, but he sees him. The combo on the high ground. The BKB comes out, and Yapzor is going to be wasted in this one. And that means time to retreat. There's a jump up top from Weehaw. He should still hit BKB. So panic button is there if necessary. He goes to the TP, and again, he just knows there's no way to stop him. Man, he's done a great job of saving this BKB. It's still 10 seconds.
I have a feeling he could have just waveformed as well, right? But the TP also works really greatly because you're in the fountain, you're regioning up, and then you can fight. Yeah.
It's going to be pretty sneaky here. Puppy's going to hop into the backline, gets the silence up on Weehaw. He knows there's no BKB. The orbital candle is coming through. It's locking on the GH. He's down. Still big heals available here for the Gyro himself, but they've gotten themselves mind control too. They need the chase down. Nisha's in his Gyro form looking for the rocket, and he gets it on the Weehaw. So that's going to fall into the ends of the earth here. Root holding back Nisha, but following forward, it's Puppy. Already popped the coil. Zai going for it. Has the roll still. Miracle's trying to get away in the tree line. And Weehaw using the creep camp to dodge the rocket, but that is still going to slow him down so they can catch up. And that was everything used too. They popped the cheese and everything, but still got through.
And still didn't lose the melee Raxes, right? So good from them. And that Shadow Blade also allows them to do that. Morphling gets up close enough to use the E-Blade before any sort of a reaction happens, right? No BKB, nothing like that. So because of that, Shadow Blade is pretty good. And I'd be surprised if Nigma does not just invest heavily now into detection, like many sentries in every single team fight, because you're playing versus Morphling with the Shadow Blade, and also Yapzor has it, so...
They also just got the ninja gear here too.
Yeah, it's so good. And they give it to Yapzor, even though the 20 agility is so strong.
Yeah, Nisha took it for a second and he was like, no, never mind. Oh, stunned up. Nisha actually wasn't morphing for once. That kind of baits him in a little bit further. Soulbind onto him too, but he's able to get back. We'll catch Puppy. That's okay. They're just holding hands.
Everyone in their pubs should be learning from Nisha and Yapzor here, because this item is such a bait for your core. It's so much better
down bottom, and Puppy actually jumps in. I think trying to just ensure they can't get anything onto Matu here. They're trying to blow this out before it ends. Not going to be there.
Did you see that though? He has a sentry there. Yeah. Pretty fresh one as well. He just planted it as they relocated in. So not to be caught off by any earth shakers or morphlings in the Shadow Blade.
Yeah, that is a good point though. It's like it is so good on supports having this smoke movement. Like even right now he's just like moving under wards and stuff. Plus, how many times has he already been caught because of the ob sentry combos, right?
Any hero that has any sort of counter initiating tool or initiating tool such as Shaker really benefits from Ninja Gear so much. Like your Banes, your Disruptors as well love this item. Puppy has a blink though.
Yeah, he should be all right. He went for the Daedalus. I actually thought Miracle might go Rapier. I thought we were kind of reaching that point where the game was feeling harder and harder, and it might be time to commit because he's just like the big hero, you know?
Look at the Shaco as well on him. He has so much HP, 4.2k.
Alright, that is a little bit crazy.
Rapier would have been pretty solid on him. There is no butterflies that he's playing against, right? So that true strike isn't that important. Because of that,
I think if there was even one butterfly, he probably would have.
Yeah, I agree. I agree completely.
Surely it might not be that far away. Now we do have the full silver edge too, so something to be concerned about for MC.
What about the orb and the spell prism on Matu's Luna?
Oh damn! Right, that's nice.
Yeah, that's
like the Boston Major stuff, right? Maybe Ags refresher.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is some old school relocate. They're coming back.
Oh, okay, the silver edge was on CD right now. He gets the morph into the gyro though, so the flat cannon is ready if they decide to commit to this. Waveform's in. Nisha, double waveform again. Pops the BKB to dodge the missile. Very nicely played as he hops on the MC. He's gonna step back and he gets Glimmer there too. Now Zai hops in. Dreamcoil dropped as well. Weehop as the BKB still going. Should be alright. Now Miracle. He's the big hero here. He's got the BKB. Still has Satanic ready too. So Nisha has to be careful. Dropping low on resources here. Still has another waveform left in the tank. Yapsor jumps through the Echo Slam. Can they actually finish off Miracle with the orbital cannon coming through as well? Nisha jumps in, but the Satanic is activating. Nisha, he's also morphing Circle and the relocate out. They're going to save themselves and ditch MC. Puppy here for the easy chase down after. But the phase boots are there to actually stop the body block. However, there's lots of catch still available. Oh, just a warning shot with the swashbuckles as they then finish off mind control and another fight for secret.
I love how the team fights themselves versus top tier 1 teams are just a story, you know. They like the way they bait each other, the way they wait with their spells. It's not like I'm just gonna waste everything I have in the first 15 seconds and that's it. No, the Absor is sitting on the side waiting a little bit. You can see Matsu as well with the refresher. He waits until they really truly commit and then they kill off the Bristle and the Ember with it. GH, by the way, with that buyback manages to save Miracle even though they had a relocate just what 20 seconds earlier because he has that talent. That level 20 talent means so much.
Radiant's middle tower.
It does also mean though that one more kill on the GH and they're gonna have some pretty serious problems for Nigma. So let's keep an eye on that as the Roche is available. And what do we have here? It is the Aghanims.
All right, who do you give that to? Who takes it?
I don't think it's worth on Nisha, right?
Yeah, is it the Puck? I don't think.
I think it's Puck. Yeah, it's 100% Puck. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, that's way too good.
If they
still have like 8-second BKB on the Ember. Like, that's just way too good.
What's happening on Radiant? We're not talking too much about their items. There's Spell Prism on Ember Spirit. He's going for the Aghanims as well.
Yeah. I mean, Miracle's got the Rapier coming. We kind of know that's the territory they're in at the moment. Frankly, they just haven't had a lot of item progression, really, on the Radiant. I mean, they've been getting things like the BKBs and stuff, but yeah, here goes the ultimate again, and GH, he's just stunned. The mini-stuns are too much. Now Crow gonna fall as well. Miracle just has a TP out of here. They're looking for the damage, and they know they don't have it, so they just go after MC instead. Got the phase boots, gonna be on the other side. Nisha even go for the morph once again there, but
that is actually so sick. You have the plus 0.2 seconds eclipse boost and mini stun. You just can't move. Did you see GH?
And he still has another one. That was just one ulti. Don't be mistaken here, folks. That wasn't even the double.
He did queue up BKB instantly after on the Wisp, so that might help out a little bit. But he's pretty far away from it, and he doesn't have a buyback. Aghanim's actually picked up by Morphling right now. It looks like, yeah, it looks like Nisha is taking
You know, they still have a neutral item left. He needs to go find himself the horn, the Minotaur horn. That's the only way.
Helpful. Yeah.
All right, well, 4230 max HP for the gyrocopter. Can he do it without the help of his little buddy? As Mind Control shows him the backside. It's definitely his best side on this hero.
The rapier is completed. So maybe with the rapier they'll be able to fight. Let's see.
They used the disarm pretty early though. Halberd. Nisha hops in, has the flat cannon going, and sends them into a... But again, it's the backside. Everyone's kind of leaning back here on the side of Nigma, not committing. I think this is fair, right? I mean, you had the protection too, but just
you don't have the wisp,
wait for Io.
Yeah, you don't have the wisp, you just wait. Plus you're playing versus Aegis Cheese. It's fine. One thing from this point onwards can still morph into Yapsor, so that can be a little helpful.
Well, we do have... Oh, he actually did take it? Damn.
Yeah, he actually stole the Aghanims. That's the thing. Well, stole. He took it away from Puppy. I don't think you steal anything from Puppy. He's gonna mess you up, but...
I'm a little surprised. I guess the bonus cast range, maybe that's what makes it worth, right? Yeah. I don't know. Actually, that doesn't affect the ulti itself, so never mind. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's so much better on the...
yeah, I expected it on Puppy as well. You know, on Puck it would be so good to have. It just... It gives you a different dimension to your team fights. That's what it's all about. But no,
I guess part of the problem is that the only hero that matters is Gyro, and he can just stand still anyway. So that might be why. But either way, Nietzsche, he is the Morphling, he is the Shaker, and there goes Weehaw with his fresh egg.
Was the Shaker, yeah. Was the Earth Spirit, Ember Spirit. He's going back in.
And yeah. Well, that was short-lived. I was like, okay, well, you know, the catch problems they had kind of solved with the help of this Aghanim Scepter, and then you just kind of blow him up instantly as Nisha continues to hold his ground there. Has the Morph back again, and away he goes. So we will keep the big bashing bros together.
Yeah, it's not like Aegis is going to be reclaimed way too soon. He has a Satanic as well on the Morphling.
That's a DD. I mean, that seems pretty good.
And the DD, what? Plus 1,000 damage without Luna being near him.
All right,
let's see what happens
just
when...
blink in, would you? Just give it to us. Oh no, they're just sending them right in. Right on the Mind Control, actually gets the BKB and the Glimmer, so good save there. He's going to be targeted down by the missile, so they'll hop his way back inside the base.
Plus 2,000 damage right now.
That's the question. All right, on to Miracle. Does not get himself the disarm, so Miracle still holds the BKB. Needs some more lucky shots here from Zai. Take care of the rocket.
Let's see. Totem?
Oh, they're thinking about it. There's the Morphin. Still has that DD going. They hop on the Miracle, but he's sending out the flag and getting tons of HP back. Nisha dropping low and regenerating as well at the same time. And now Nisha has fallen. So that is the Aegis. Can the team get back here in time? There's a Soulbind. There's another ulti ready here from Matu, who's back inside the base. It's Nisha fighting up. He's been abandoned by Z, but he jumps forward, takes down GH. They've also lost Zara on the back line. Poppy heading towards the fountain too. And yeah, it looks like Nigma are in full retreat mode here. Get the double kill, finishes off, and see. And Miracle, he's kind of just being ignored at this point.
Yeah. You can see Zai, he's just going in with Swashbuckle and disarm Miracle. Yeah. Every time he has it off cooldown, and that's it. Miracle really wants to fight, but he cannot. Even with this rapier, he's not dying, but he's not attacking. He's not killing anyone if he doesn't have this BKB.
Oh, they're smoking. They're sending in the mangoes. He's stuffing them down his gullet to get the full mana back here. Unfortunately, he's lost all of his buildings, so 45 seconds if he wants to think about saving for his allies. I don't think Secret want to play those games. Make themselves the double Fisher. Poppy just zoning back here. Still has a dig on, fresh and ready to go as Miracle has Satanic, BKB, and Rapier back in 4 seconds. Soulbind there too. They don't want to play any risky games here. So they back off a little bit. Miracle runs in to the big hellscape of damage. Matu pops the cheese. No ulti ready for quite a while. He's just hitting the throw. He doesn't care. Echo Slam to help make sure. And Team Secret, they just duck, dodge, they weave all around, and despite having a fair edge for a little bit of that game, Nigma they couldn't close the game out. Secret were way too elusive and found themselves the Roches for the win.